Our next word problem has to do with yards of fabric. Sharon bought 12 3/4 yards of fabric and used 5 1/2 yards for a pair of curtains. She used 2 1/12 yards for a tablecloth. How much fabric does she have left over? So she bought 12 3/4. She used 5 1/2 yards, and she used 2 1/12 yards for the tablecloth. How much does she have left over? So we need to subtract. Well, we start with what she bought. So let's write out our problem first. 12 3/4 minus 5 1/2 minus 2 1/12. Okay, now let's look at this. We have 3 different denominators. Well, remember in subtraction, order matters. So we have to start on the left and subtract and subtract. So let's start with these. Let's look at all these denominators. We have a 4, a 2, and a 12. What do all 3 denominators have in common? What could they be multiplied to get into? They all can be multiplied to be 12, right? So let's start by doing that. 4 times what is 12? 4 times 3. What we do to our denominator, we have to do to our numerator. 2 times what is 12? 2 times 6. Whatever I do to my bottom, I have to do to the top. Well, 12 is already the denominator that we want, so we don't need to do anything with that. Let's rewrite our problem. 12 and 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 3 is 12. I'm going to do the first 2 first because we have to subtract 1 from the other. So I'm going to 5 and 6/12. I'm going to subtract. They're already the same denominator, so I don't need to do anything. Just subtract. 9 minus 6 is 3. I keep 12 as my denominator. 12 minus 5 is 7. So 7 3/12 is what I have left right now. But I still need to subtract that 2 1/12. Don't forget about that 2 1/12. So I'm going to take this number and bring it up here. 7 3/12 minus 2 1/12. Because I subtracted the yards from the curtains, now I'm subtracting the yards from the tablecloth. What is 3 minus 1? 2. Keep my 12. 7 minus 2 is 5. Are we finished? We are finished with the math, but we need to simplify this answer. It's not quite done yet. What can I do to simplify 2 over 12? I can divide by 2 because they're both even. So I'm going to keep my 5. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So 5 1/6 is my final answer.